Let's talk some Miami recruiting. Big visit weekend down in Coral Gables. There was a surprise visitor, a flip target in this video. We're going to break down what went on at Miami as they hosted FAMU and moved to 2-0 on the season. Steve, let's get right into it. 5-star DJ Picket showed up. We knew that he wanted to see another Miami game after attending that opener in the Swamp, but I didn't know he would be back in Coral Gables this quickly.
Well, he was there with his mom, his cousin Cannon Picket. He's going to be back for the Florida State game later in the season. I think for Miami, just stay the course, be patient, play the long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. DJ's got 3 more visits to LSU locked in for the season. Happy with his decision. But if Miami continues to play well, there's certainly communication is going to remain, led by Mario Cristobal. We'll see what happens as games continue to be played and the season goes on. We've seen Miami win a bunch of these kind of recruitments under Mario Cristobal and his staff since they've been in Coral Gables. And again, just keep the lines of communication open, keep playing well, don't have any letdowns. You get them back for the Florida State game, and we'll see what happens as games are played elsewhere.
All right. Now, TJ Alford, he was on campus. He's the linebacker committed to Ohio State. He did so early in the summer, and I always kind of thought that this recruitment would come back around, but it stayed quiet all summer. We didn't hear a word really about TJ Alford and Miami, but this week he shows up at FAMU. How significant of a visit was this?
Well, certainly from just a eyeball, top 100 player committed elsewhere, a place where Miami has really had their number. They've had Ohio State's number on the recruiting trail over the last couple cycles. It's certainly eye-opening. And we'll see what happens with Miami, what they do at linebacker recruiting as this cycle continues. They lost Elijah Melendez, who's trending towards Auburn, but Kellen Wiley was on campus this weekend as well, Josh. And I get the sense he is their top linebacker target right now, uncommitted. He stayed overnight into Sunday. He's got great size and length. He's playing well. He's a late eval for Miami, but just with the way he carries himself, his size and his upside, he has really risen up the board for Miami. And I think the Hurricanes are in great position for Kellen Wiley.
Yeah, and Wiley plays at Powerhouse Armwood High School in Tampa. They went down to Miami Central. Wiley had a huge game down there, so he's on the board. He is a target that they are pursuing pretty hard. Let's talk a little 2026 buzz coming out of the weekend for the Canes.
A couple 2026s I want to highlight, and there were so many of them that had a great time. But Derek Cooper, one of the top athletes in the country from Chaminade, Madonna, kind of a fascinating conversation I had with him, Josh. He's never seen Miami be good in his life, which just goes to show you how fast time flies around here. Because I feel like it's just yesterday Miami was good, and I'm 42 years old.
Greatest team ever assembled.
Yeah, so exactly right. Miami's had 2 dynasties in my life, but they have not had any in Derek Cooper's life. But for him to say, look, my parents have told me about them being good before, and to see it restored, is exciting. I think Miami's setting the tone in that recruitment right now because of that. Now, again, he wants to go see some other powerhouse programs, but what a time to get hot with Derek Cooper. Jabari Brady is another local playmaker that gave the visit high reviews. Talking to several of the offensive linemen that were on campus over the weekend. They're certainly in good shape early with a lot of their top targets at the point of attack. So Miami, top 5 class in 2024, going to maybe push for that in 2025. Certainly a 3rd straight top 10 class in 2025 is a good bet. 2026 could be really special for Miami coming off a fantastic season. They got to keep it rolling. It's all the coach speak when you talk to people around that building. We're only as good as our last game. Got to keep playing well. USF's performance against Alabama certainly has them looking at how tough a game that one's going to be. They're taking them all one by one this season. So far, so good. And these recruitments, again, Dennis Smith tweeted it last week, their general manager, recruiting's a marathon, not a sprint. So we'll see.
All right, Miami fans, big potential for both the 25 and 26 class. Who are your most important remaining targets? Talk to Steve and I. Let us know. Comment section below.